We are live. Happy to be here. Okay, now we'll wait a few moments to have YouTube notify everyone. And once you guys are here, we will start today's coaching. We'll do 30 minutes of answering questions, talking about interesting things that will help you, major learnings. And if you're here, just let me know in the comment section. Just say hello, hi. Hi, Hafsa. Hi, Thunderstorm. I like the usernames. Hi, Phantom, Vineet, Vivek. How was your day, guys? If you were to describe your day in one word, so for those of you whose day is starting, go ahead and intend your day with one word or a sentence. For those of you whose day is ending, like mine, go ahead and describe your day. Now, when we're talking about describing your day, use a good perspective on your day. Don't just write, oh, the day sucked. No, write the way you want to see the day. So you can say it was a character building day if instead of saying it was a sucky day, or you can say it was a day of lessons and learning, and I'm happy for today. In case it was a sucky day. But if it was a good day, go ahead and say it was a good day. And for those of you starting your day, just go ahead and intend. You'll be surprised how powerful your day will go with just a super good intention in the morning for your day. It works really beautifully. Hi, Hafsa, Thunderstorm, Phantom, Vineet, Vivek, Jazz, Mozads, Anu, Ravindra, Grow Your Passion, Hema. Oh, where are you guys now? Okay, Swati, Simmi, Akash, Spiritual Seeker. Phantom says awesome. Vineet says gorgeous. Was your day gorgeous? Vivek says fine. Hi, Tina. Hi, Anirudhan. Hafsa says average. Reframe how you see your day. Uh, Grow Your Passion says grateful for today. Exam was superb, fantastic. Hi, Saru. Mm-hmm. Good networking friendship. Nice. Awesome, guys. Okay. So before you guys jump in and ask me the questions, let's just connect and say hello. I mean, we are all human, and I would like us to have a human connection before we jump into the Q&A. I will answer your questions, but we'll also just say hi. You're very punctual, yeah. Awesome, fantastic. Got to help a friend today, says Drew. Nice. Awesome. Awesome, guys. Okay. Jazz says you are absolutely incredible, and I feel grateful to have come across your channel. Thank you so much, Jazz. Thank you so much. It is um, it is my pleasure. Okay. My day was good. I didn't have many clients today, so I got to work on the webinar. So many of you know I'm doing a mindfulness special webinar upcoming. I haven't launched the dates yet, but I was working on the webinar with all my stories and student stories on how we healed through the most craziest life situations and all of these, principles that we used. So that webinar I will tell you more about it once we have the date for it. But I was working on that all day, so pretty cool. Okay, good. Okay, now that we're all here, hi Leroy. I'm good. Worked pretty hard today. I'm very happy with today's progress. I'm really happy with it. Okay, so let's go ahead and start today's Q&A. Okay, so if anyone has questions, which I'm sure you all do, go ahead and ask it to me, and I will either answer it or give you a resource or something. This is your opportunity to um, leverage this meeting that we have. Okay, all right. So let's see. Dilbag Singh says, I need your help very much. I'm pissed off with everything happening around. Okay, so Dilbag, when we have the mindfulness webinar, attend it. Okay, it's going to help you understand how mindfulness makes you immune to whatever is happening around you, in the sense that you have so many wounds inside of you which is getting triggered by people, family, situations. When you heal wounds, okay, generally when I ask people, what do you know about mindfulness, everyone says, live in the present moment. uh, that's that comes in mindfulness, but it's not just what that, it's not the only thing that mindfulness is about. It's about a lot more, and when you study it, you'll learn how to become pretty immune from that. So uh, I mean, we're going to do a full 90 minutes on mindfulness in a separate webinar. So when the webinar announcement comes out on YouTube, guys, for those who are interested in freedom and joy and being untouched by things and healing of your negativity and your suffering, register for it. Yes, it's a free webinar. You don't have to pay anything. It's 90 minutes. You'll be learning a lot about my secrets, things that my students did. We've got 4,000 plus students with crazy results from mindfulness. Crazy as in crazy. We've had healings of incurable physical diseases, mental diseases. People have healed their low self-esteem. Everything and anything you can possibly imagine has happened through this one practice. So it's not just as simple as what we think it is. There's a deeper science to it, which we'll be discussing there. And yes, I will be offering, for those of you who want to study, I'll be talking a little bit about my mindfulness coaching program also, because it's part of how I dedicate my life to your success. It's all, I mean, it's not just a course with stuff online. It's me completely there, present with you guys, holding your hands through the whole thing for life. So it's a lifetime access thing. So I will be talking about that. But even if you choose to not join our lifetime family, you will still get a lot out of the webinar. So just when the announcement comes in, um, the person who asked this question, Dilbag, please register, and you learn a lot about how to make yourself very immune to all of these things. Okay, Thunderstorm says, please talk about how to use law of attraction when depressed. Okay, so let me see if I can. Okay, I don't have that now, but okay. First of all, you don't go about using law of attraction. First of all, you don't use law of attraction. Okay, law of attraction is a law. It's like saying I use gravity. No, we don't know how gravity works, but it's there. You don't have to use it. Law of attraction is working whether you use it or don't use it. It's always working. It's working on every thought of yours. Now, you cannot start leveraging law of attraction effectively until you learn to heal your wounds. Okay, let's imagine this. So imagine when you were born, when all of you guys were born, you were born as this let's like this clear water. Okay, let's just say all of our state was a state of consciousness. We were present, we were aware. You know how children, they just run around, have fun, and then they fall down, they cry, and then they get up and they run like nothing ever happened. They don't hold on to things. They're not heavy with ego. The ego, their mind is not formed yet. So they're very clear. So imagine we've all born extremely clear, pure consciousness. Consciousness is nothing but being alive, okay, life force, energy. We're all clear. And then as we grew older, right, the world put conditions onto us, right? Gave us conditions to be, for self worth, you know, just add like dirt in this little water now, dirt or Pepsi or Coke or whatever crap poison thing. Let's put it inside the water. Okay, even one drop of that completely taints the water, right? So people taught us how to see the world. People taught us how to see ourselves. We learned through our experiences. We attracted negative things. We judged it, resisted it, created this whole mess of pain. Okay. Now, at that time, nobody taught us mindfulness. Nobody taught it in school. Nobody taught it in our families. Everyone told us that you are what you're thinking. If people make you feel that you're not good enough, that means you're not good enough. If you feel you're not good enough, that means you're not good enough. If you feel you're depressed, that means you'll forever be depressed. And then you had this amazing thing called psychiatry and psychology that came and told you, hey, you're messed up, now you got to take medicines for life. Now they give you a diagnosis and freak you out. So all of that is in this mess of black crap. And then you got astrology that comes and says, hey, you're in this dark period of your life. You must, you're this and that planet is not in alignment. So now you'll be in bad luck for 14 years of your life, and now you have that crap. And then you have all the pain from the times that you got bullied, and the times that the teacher didn't appreciate you, and the girl you liked rejected you, and all of this noise is all like a messy black poisonous thing hanging around inside of you. And then you come to law of attraction and you say, hey, you know what, I can create my own reality. Let me do positive thinking. And essentially all of your vibration is being muddied by all of this pain and this negative energy that's being carried through your entire life, this mess of toxicity. And then you sit and say, okay, I'm going to do what the law of attraction teachers tell me. I will visualize the future that I want. But guess what? You're focusing on a future that you want, but all of this energy, okay, you can feel it in your throat, your stomach, your gut, all of this pain of the past, all this nonsense is in there. You can't even think clearly. When you're trying to get something you want, your entire vibration is in the fact that you were burnt in the past. There's so much of negativity. So you don't start your law of attraction work from this place of crap. Okay, you can't keep thinking positive. Thinking positive is like putting drops of water in this crap place. Okay, it's not going to make a difference. It's not even going to clear this up any a lot. Why? Because you have to learn to clear this negative stuff first before you can be clear enough to create a new future, because your entire body is still vibrating in the pain of the past. So first thing you would do is take out all of this pain. We call it the pain body work, which is super easy to do. But you take out all this pain first, get a little clearer, and then a little more clearer and little more clearer, like how you were when you were born, right? Clear. Once you're in that clear space, then when you hold an intention, you're able to vibrate as though it's a new reality you're creating. You're not coming from the past, right? In that case, healing depression. Yesterday, a student of mine, she just started her long-term coaching with me. She freaks out and she writes a message saying, "Oh my God, I got diagnosed with mild depression." And I said, "So what? Every second person is getting diagnosed, but that's not your prognosis. Just because you got diagnosed with something doesn't mean that that's going to be your future. I mean, like, don't take it like, calm down. Every one of us has been through depression, clinical depression. It's pretty easy to come out of it if you're learning the right skills. Everything comes down to your brain. Okay, your brain has parts of the brain that is responsible for so much of the way you feel, so much of the way you react, so much of the way you think. Actually, not so much, 100%. But the brain is molded. You have different parts like amygdala, which is the response part of your brain, stress response. It's also responsible for your dopamine levels. Basically, I won't get into a neuroscience class here, but your brain responds to the way that you think, your consciousness. In your consciousness, the way you think is influenced by all the feelings in your body from all the things you've experienced, the memories, the traumas, the all of these things, right? So for you to heal this, you have to go into, I would say, mindfulness. You are welcome to do whatever works for you, okay? Whatever you think is working for you to clear up all of these levels of pain. Mindfulness is just like the shortcut version of it because it's not a tool, it's a way of life. So you're doing it as every day, every moment kind of a thing. So it keeps cleaning you up, cleaning you up. And then when you're cleaned up, your brain rewires itself. Literally, if you see brain scans, pre mindfulness, post mindfulness, mind blowing stuff. If you see statistics, kids, I have 13-year-old children in our living in freedom mindfulness course. Children, people also who are like much older. We have who is that, Constance, right? 40 years she was searching for 45 years she was searching for a cure for her illness. First week or second week into this course and she's completely healed. Everything, mind, your body is connected to your mind, right? So it all comes back down to the ability to heal using mindfulness, which is nothing but the practice of going deep into being the observer and watching the emotions. All these are, you can't just sit and watch the emotions without building the ability to do that. That's why we have it like a whole coaching program. But when you build that ability, you're able to rewire everything from a cellular level, energetic level, mental level, physical level, spiritual level, emotional level. Your brain rewires, your biochemistry rewires, your energy rewires. Everything is rewired, and you're back into your original state, that clear place. From there is where you start your law of attraction work. In fact, you don't even have to do that. One of the biggest reasons why we had a boom in the number of students who enrolled for the course, the mindfulness coaching program, and that all has like group programs and access to me and all of that stuff. But one of the biggest reasons was because they were noticing that students who were just generally doing mindfulness alone were getting so clear. Coming back to the original vibration, mindfulness is like flooding your body with consciousness, with presence. They started manifesting automatically. Like they didn't have to do a lot of things. Like a lot of people, I get emails like this all the time. I'm doing everything, but no result. Results are instant. Like manifestation is not something that takes a lot of time or a lot of effort. It's actually a natural, effortless thing. But we're so muddied with all this nonsense that is carrying or dragging us backwards that we are trying to go forward, but we have all this holding us back. So, your first job is not to do law of attraction, but your first job is to heal. Healing through mindfulness. You can use whatever you want, but to me, what helped me and what's helped our students, we had Dolores, right? Again, chronic depressive case. First week of the course, and she was off she was back to normal. She goes to a therapist, right? And Dolores, if you're here, please let them know the story. Okay. If you're here, just let them know. So Dolores, what she does, she goes to her therapist after her 90 days of our course. So we in the course we have a 90-day practice period. She goes to a therapist and she says, the therapist asks her, when was the last time that you ever felt, a depressive episode? And she said she couldn't think of the a previous moment where she was sad or upset or anything. She was just so excited and so joyful. And she gave the date, right? Dolores, do you have the date if you're here? I don't know if she's here. But Dolores, if you're here, please give the date. The exact date, this was just a few months ago. Her doctor, she was like a long-term depressive case. Her doctor not only took her off medications, but pronounced her to be completely healed, put on full remission. And she was crying when she said this. I don't know how many of you saw that video. So when we do the webinar on mindfulness, I'll show you all these students, like thousands of case studies from the group, from this whole mindfulness coaching program, of students who've gone through all kinds of things. And those guys are able to manifest so much easily because they don't have to do anything, because manifestation is a natural ability. So your job is not to do law of attraction while being depressed. Your job is to work on the healing, and then as a result of being in your pure vibration, your natural state is a pure state. As a result of being in that state, anything that you hold as an intention is quicker to come because there's no resistance. As you drop resistance, life comes and like change happens, solutions come. That is the power of cleaning yourself first before. Otherwise, you just have years of just constant work without any allowing of that to come into your life. Okay, good. All right. Uh, yeah, my blessed tribe. I think that's Kushbu. She said, joined your coaching today. Super excited. I'm so glued to the content. I believe in miracles and finding is one of my manifestations. Welcome to the course, Kushbu. I think you're in all the courses, so that's fantastic. All right. Okay. So let's go to our next question. Can stomach problems cause anxiety and depression? It's the opposite. Anxiety and depression causes stomach problems. Your body is a reflection of your mind, so it's the other way around. Okay. Uh, okay. I tried burning bay leaf manifestation technique, and at the third day, I felt sick. I don't know about that technique, but if you felt sick, then some unconscious stuff has come up, so you may want to work on that. Please list out a few good books to cleanse mind and feel light. I think a good book, and I always say this, is Power of Now. And if Power of Now is a little too heavy for you, you can look at this book called, it's a very super good one. I forget the name. I think it's called, like, let me Google it real quick. Something of mindfulness. Oh, yeah, okay, I got it. It is called The Miracle of Mindfulness, and it's by Teach Nhat Hanh. Okay, I don't know if that's how we pronounce the name, but it's The Miracle of Mindfulness. That's also really a lovely book. It's a lot easier, but it doesn't get into the depth of the whole practice like the Power of Now, because the Power of Now goes into the whole self inquiry process. But this book is fantastic. to just have these techniques of mindfulness to heal you. So this is more of a mindfulness techniques kind of a thing. It's kind of like a bandage thing. But for you to go deep into stopping suffering for life, you will have to learn the overall philosophy of it. But this is a really good starting point. So it's called the miracle of mindfulness. Definitely recommend. Okay, let's see. Um, Hafsa says, can I delete memories of hurt from subconscious mind? Yes, it's called the pain body work. That is all mindfulness does. 99.999% of mindfulness is healing past hurt and coming to the moment. That's 99% of what we do. And it's a pretty easy technique to do as well. Okay? And it doesn't take a lot of time. So I would just suggest you do the pain body work as part as mindfulness. You can also use Ho'oponopono, which is also really effective, fantastic tool. But it's a tool, so you'll always depend on it. But if you're looking at just being clear without depending on a tool, then you may want to look at mindfulness. But it's really up to where you're at. Ho'oponopono is also definitely fantastic for you. School of Insight says don't have time to tune in but want to drop a like and say hello. Hello, School of Insight. Um, Fantastic, good job. Handful letter says synchro any dating sites you recommend for spiritual singles. Thanks in advance. It's funny, we were discussing this recently about creating a speed dating app for spiritual singles, but it was more like a joke. I'm not sure. I'm sure there's something I've never been interested, so I've never looked at dating sites or anything like that. But I'm so sure that if you are on groups, I'm sure there is something online. I have no actual knowledge on dating apps in general, but I'm sure there'll be something because a lot of spiritual individuals are seeking out other spiritual individuals. I'm sure there's some Facebook group or something is out there. Okay, so I'm sure you'll find it. Anu says, Hafsa, just join mindfulness. You will get the answers to all your questions. Anu is from the mindfulness coaching program. I want to manifest my blocked money. You want to manifest your blocked money. Okay, so easy. Don't focus on the blocked money, focus on abundance. If you're worried about getting your money back, it's like you have all this oxygen in the air, but you're like worried about the little oxygen that you just exhaled. Let go of your attachment to that and just focus on abundance, and 5 times that will come back to you. I told you the story of one of my clients long time back. This was during the time that I didn't understand the laws of money, and of course now we teach it as part of the programs and stuff. But at the time, I didn't know. And I did work with this client like a lot of sessions, and then he said he'll pay me later. So I trusted him, and essentially it came up to like 18,000, 20,000, something like that rupees. And I kept running behind him for like 2 years to try to get the money. And he would obviously, because my energy was give me back my money, I'm so desperate for it. Without this money, I don't know what I'll do. Which is like the easiest way to block money in your life is desperation and lack and all of these things, instead of understanding that money is like oxygen. It's you living in a trillion dollar economy. Money is everywhere. You can tap into a huge source of it through multiple billion ways in which money can come into your life. If you opened up to the possibility instead of focusing all your attention on give me back my blocked money, you will get a lot, like 100 times what you would have done. So one day, 2 years later, I realized how much I was pushing for it, and I was so frustrated, and I was in the wrong vibrational state, which is desperation instead of abundance, right? Because to manifest anything, you have two subjects. One is the abundance of what you want, and the lack of what you want. You could be asking for abundance or focused on the lack. This is essentially also where mindfulness comes in, because it drops the negative and you're clear, so you can only focus on the abundance of things, right? So I didn't know all of that this at the time, so I spent a lot of time just going in circles, just doing everything else. So essentially, finally, I told him, you know what, just let it go, do your best. I hope, whatever you've taken in session, I hope you study well, I hope you do well. And I just let go of that money, and I said, you know what, it's not my money, it is money is not personalized to me. Okay, money is circulating all the time. It's an energy that you tap into. It's not yours. It's not like you were born with it and you die with it. It's just an experience. You can invite it, or you can just get all, like hold your breath as though oxygen is lacking in the world. You don't have to do all of that. It's plenty. Let it go. When I let it go, I told him, just take it. The money didn't come from him, but it opened up my money channel to a point where like 5,000 times that much money came in from, multiple other sources. So good sources, healthy sources. Like I don't like con people for a living. There is a whole universe of success stories, you see. So these are honest ways of making money, and I made a lot more than, with one client you can make that much, or half, like 50 times that. It's totally up to you. So I would not be worried so much about blocking, trying to get back your blocked money. I would be more interested in focusing on what you want, which is an abundance of money. So open up your channels, okay? Okay, all right. We have 4 minutes. I'll take one last question. I don't know this bay leaf technique. I'm not really much of a technique kind of person. For me, manifestation is just you're the source. So I don't really look at techniques. I look at myself. I am the technique. Okay, I am the ruler of my kingdom. So what do I put in here, right? So I don't know about this technique. I didn't skip your question twice for the Bhumika. Bhumika, just look at the number of people attending and the number of comments here, and then tell me if I genuinely skipped your question. Eckhart says this, right? Like Eckhart can't. Like I'm also getting to this point where you can't possibly reply to everybody's emails or questions, but because everyone's holding on to this pain body and this ego of I'm not good enough, they take everything personally and they're like, oh, you caused my suffering. Oh, you didn't reply. You skipped my. Nobody skipped your question. I genuinely didn't see you. Where is it? Okay. There are so many. I don't know where your question is. Okay. All right. How to believe manifestation process in the face of contrary evidences. So whenever you're finding in your life things happening opposite to what you're asking for, that's an opportunity. It's a gift. The law of contrast. It's a gift in two levels. One, it is showing you what to heal inside of you, which means every time something happens that you don't want, watch what's coming up in you. Watch the belief systems, watch your thought process, watch how you're reacting to it. This reaction is the programming that is making you recreate the situations over and over again. So if you can sit and heal this or pivot this or whatever, you will be able to break that block. That is one. The second reason contrast is a blessing is because it allows you to become very clear of what you want and positive reasons why you want it. When you focus on life from the moment and creating from scratch instead of carrying the weight of the past into your manifestations, which is what 99% of the people are doing, right? They're asking for good things, but then they're also focused on the fact that they didn't have it in the past. That's again why mindfulness comes and heals that as well, because it heals the pain of the past and puts you bang right into the point of creation, which is the present moment. Everything comes from a blank slate, not from a muddy consciousness. You have to clear your consciousness and create from that clear place, right? So it should come from the moment. So that contrast that you're experiencing will give you the opportunity for you to know, what do I want? Not what I don't want. What do I actually want? Most people know what they don't want. What do I actually want? Positive, as though I was just born. This is my first moment on planet Earth. Nothing's happened to me yet. Now, what do I want to create, and what are the positive reasons why? This puts you in alignment. This puts you in the vortex. This puts you in trust because there's no past, right? And now you can create effortlessly. This is also what mindfulness does. It heals the past and it puts you in the moment, and then you can create from that point of power. The point of power is always the present moment. Okay, so use contrast as your gift of healing and putting you into the moment, and then creating from that. I know what I don't want, but what is it that I do want? So that's how you use your contrast to actually end up manifesting things and believing in the right things. Okay, you, yeah. What is the difference between mindfulness and meditation? I don't know. Most when we say meditation, there are so this word has been tossed around and thrown around to a point where nobody even knows what mindfulness means anymore, and nobody even knows what meditation means anymore because the ideas have been muddied up a lot. So when some people think meditation, they think of focusing on a point in the center of your forehead. Some people think of transcendental meditation. Some people think of soham, mantras. Some people so meditation might be many ways, but essentially, uh, when we talk about mindfulness meditation, which is actually the original form, I would say, it's all about the ability to be present with whatever's occurring within you and without you in the moment, without judgment or resistance. So it's like pure conscious awareness with everything, including the pain, including the angry people, including the screaming people, including the birds and the bees and the flowers and everything in the moment is experienced without judgment or resistance to alleviate all forms of suffering and to evaluate the situation, take action, find solutions, and create movement and blessings. That is the mindful way. So in that way, mindfulness and meditation is the same, but it depends on what your perspective of meditation is. Okay, so I have to go, guys. We've done 30 minutes. Go ahead and let me know if any of these answers today helped you, if it touched anybody, if it gave anybody an answer. If it did, just let me know in the comments. What is your biggest takeaway from today's session? What did you learn? What came up for you? What resonated with you? Just let me know in the comments. And when you put that in the comment, it's like an affirmative thing for you to always internalize it. Go ahead and do that. And also let me know if today's session was of value to you, because that would be a great feedback for me as well. Okay. So go ahead and let me know. And if you have any further questions, you're welcome to email me. It's contact@synchroshakticoaching.com. You're also welcome to join our inner circle of students where, synchroshaktiacademy.com, because they have access to my phone and they have access to priority email and they have access to my WhatsApp group and they have access to me 3 times a week. We do lives on Facebook and we have group coaching now coming up. So they have like a lot more access because I've dedicated my life to them. Literally, I've dedicated my entire life to these students of mine. So if you ever want to join us and you want more insights about my perspective on things, you're very much welcome to join the academy courses. Okay, not just join the academy, but join the academy courses. Okay, fantastic. Let's see, learned a lot. Fantastic. If you guys want to follow me on Instagram, it is Synchro Shakti. Okay, awesome. Those who are asking for a job, we did a live about that. Yes, day for yesterday. I'll be uploading that on the YouTube channel. Okay. So the answer to everyone's questions is mindfulness and pivoting. Heal yourself and find good feeling thoughts. Heal yourself and find good feeling thoughts. If you can manage to master these two, see, even in my academy, I just have two major courses. One is a mindfulness course and one is a positive thinking manifestation course. These are the only two things I teach because these are the only two things you need to master. That's it. You don't have to invest in anything else. You just have to master these two and you're good to go because it will cleanse you up and completely pivot you into realigning your energy. So these are just the two things to answer everything: mindfulness and pivoting. Pivoting is asking what do I want and positive reasons why as though I was just born. Okay, if you can just do these two, you're good to go. All problems will be solved then and there. Okay, all of you, everyone, how to get rid of panic and fear, mindfulness. I came out of deep depressive disorders, panic disorder, generalized anxiety disorder, social anxiety. I did all that just through one practice. So it's mindfulness, answer to everything. When is the conference call? I will give you the date. I will let you know. I will let you know. Okay. How to release all forms of pain, negativity, fear, anxiety, depression, low self-esteem, negative, mindfulness. How to realign yourself for what you want to create, pivoting. Okay, what do I want? What are the positive reasons why I want to achieve that? As well as just born. Get these two right, and you're good to go. Okay. All right. I love you all, and I will see you. Do you feel stressed? No, not at all. I will see you guys soon. Okay. Bye.